Sometimes our mind is playing tricks on us. Sometimes everything is coincidental. Sometimes it's not. How do you know what's real or what's fake? And that's anxiety. Today's video, we are going to be discussing Cleo 5 to 7, directed by one of the masters of French New Wave, Agnes Varda.
Hello cinephiles, poets, and freaks. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Pennyangelausa, and today I'm going to be introducing a new series on my channel where I discuss a film once a week. Hopefully I can keep up with this, but I want to discuss film more on my channel, and I feel like having a quick little 5 to 10 minute video discussing a film, if I like it, if I hate it, if I loved it, if it impacted me, if I thought it was stupid, whatever, just to discuss a film once a week on this channel. That's the goal here. So today we are going to be diving into a cinematic masterpiece, a film that dives deep into existentialism and femininity and the passage of time. I am talking about Cleo 5 to 7, directed by the iconic Agnes Varda. Last week, I watched Cleo 5 to 7 actually for the first time, and it left such a lasting impression on me because I found myself connecting so deeply to the protagonist of this film. The way the film opens up with the tarot cards and it starts in color and then it goes into black and white. And within the first 10 minutes of a film, I can generally get an idea if I'm going to like it, love it, or if it's something that's going to grow on me. And as soon as I saw those first 10 minutes, something clicked within me and I knew I was going to like the movie, but I didn't know I was going to fall as much in love with the film as I have felt. So Cleo 5 to 7 is a film that takes you on a 2-hour journey of a woman's life as she awaits the result of a biopsy. We get to experience this young singer, Cleo, go about her day in Paris as she awaits these results. And we get to go through the paranoia, the dread, anxious feelings of it all. As someone that has dealt with debilitating hypochondria, when I tell you, I felt each emotion as Cleo did because I've been in that situation more times than I can honestly count. I'm in that situation the week I watched the movie. I was dealing with my own paranoia and my own, just being in my head, having health anxiety, just relating so much to that feeling of dread, that feeling of impending doom, especially when it focuses around as Cleo awaits the results of her biopsy. She grapples the test of time. She deals with the difficulties and thoughts surrounding identity, her fears, and her own superficial ways of thinking. There's a point in the film where she discusses how she's beautiful and how, even if, like, I don't remember it exactly, but like she's looking at her reflection and like, bad things can't happen to you if you're beautiful or something of that nature. I forget the exact words that she said, but she's looking at herself, she's checking herself out, and she's like, as long as I'm beautiful, I'm better than everyone else, essentially.
Minute, beau papillon. Être laide, c'est ça la mort. Tant que je suis belle, je suis vivante et 10 fois plus que les autres.
Cleo 5 to 7 is an exploration of our own inner thoughts and anxieties and paranoia. It explores how we see time and how our own inner thoughts come out into the real world and manifest themselves into the relationships that we have with other people in our conversations. What I found really interesting about this film is the way Agnes Varda depicts Cleo's life within these 2 hours, the storytelling, the cinematography. It truly did feel like we were going throughout the day with her. We were able to fully immerse ourselves not only into Cleo's world, but into her mind. The way the film is structured, it allows us to, the way Varda structured this film, it allows viewers to experience her anxiety and her introspection as if we are walking right alongside her. And I found that to be a really brilliant technique. Shout out to Miss Agnes Varda. Love Agnes Varda on this channel. She is another prominent figure in the French New Wave sphere. I feel like she doesn't get talked about as much as she should, But again, said several times, there will be a French New Wave discussion on this channel, but it's going to take time for me to write that script. Throughout the film, Cleo 5 to 7, we encounter various different figures in her life. And all of these people challenge Cleo about her thoughts and her fears. They challenge the way she's thinking. At times, I found these people to be really dismissive, and that's because I deal with health anxiety, and I know what it's like to have something that feels so real to you to be told, oh, it's all in your head. Oh, you're making no big deal. Most likely the results are going to be fine. But if you struggle with health anxiety, when you think you have something that is life threatening, it's so hard to not see beyond that perspective, because to you, you are feeling it. Like, there has been times where I am feeling symptoms of something. Let's say if I have a migraine that's going on for a long time, that migraine to me is definitely life threatening. It feels like something is wrong. That migraine is different than the other times I had a migraine. It just feels so severe, and to be dismissed that it's all in your head, even though sometimes there is that rational side to it, right? Where you are like, this is in my head. But to be dismissed, and this is no discredit to anyone in my real life. I understand how hard it is to love someone that has anxiety, especially health anxiety, because it is something that, something could be wrong, right? It's not one of those things where someone has a fear of like a vampire. Vampires don't exist. I mean, they do, but they don't. You know what I mean? But if someone has a fear of any health ailment, yeah, it could all be in their head. It could all be anxiety manifesting into physical symptoms. But people do get sick, and there is a chance, even if it's a slim chance, that what they are feeling is something more sinister, is something more severe and life-threatening. There is always that possibility. And these interactions that Cleo have with other characters in this film, they aren't just pivotal for her own development, her own character development, but they also serve as a mirror reflecting the societal norms and expectations of women, especially in the 1960s. There's a part of the film where she is, I believe, with her boyfriend, and he wants to kiss and make out and do all this stuff, but she's so stuck on these test results. She had the tarot reader say it looks bad for her. So she's already stepping into this thinking, the tarot card saw it, walking down the streets of Paris, and she's like, everyone's looking at me. They see it. They see sickness. They see sickness. There's so many little things of, if you buy something new on a Tuesday, you don't wear it. Like, that's one of the scenes. One of the people in her life, she's with a woman and she wants to buy this hat, and she bought the hat, and she tells her, don't wear something new on Tuesday. It's bad luck. And Cleo's like, it's bad luck. See, you're already jinxing me. And then there's this other scene where she's in this convertible with her friend who's on the way to see her boyfriend, that I believe he's a projector, a film projector. Back in the day, that was a job of people that projected films in the movies. And he's a film projector to go visit him. And she speaks about something about bad luck. And her friend doesn't believe it. But then she's like, well, your own superstitions are kind of rubbing off on me, so I don't want to fucking do, I forget exactly what it was. Should have wrote down a better script. I've been working a lot in my real life, y'all, so shout outs to me for even showing up and popping up right now. So yeah, anyway. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm already losing my train of thought, and this video is supposed to be short. You guys know I'm very long-winded. But I really, really connected to the protagonist because of the health anxiety stuff and the beauty idea. Just a really, really, to me, touching main character of a film. I related to her so much, and it makes me wonder, had Jean-Luc Godard, let's say, if he directed this exact film, would I have had connected with the female lead the way that I do with an Agnes Varda film? Agnes Varda, if you do not know, she is a woman. So there's also that sort of humanization into the mind of a woman and the way we go about things, right? The way we internalize things, the way we don't want to upset others, even though we may have a war in our mind ourselves. Truly, it obviously, y'all know it's going to be on my snob list for the month of March. I really recommend you guys to watch it. If you aren't familiar with French New Wave films, I would not, however, recommend You start with Cleo 5 to 7. I'm not saying this is like advanced French New Wave cinema, but this wouldn't be like, to me, the film where I'm like, if you never saw a French New Wave film, watch Cleo 5 to 7. Well, no. Agnes Varda's direction is nothing short of poetic. Again, another reason why I love French New Wave, it combines film and poetry, and it makes it into this own conglomerate that speaks for itself. I have no words right now, but I don't want to say things right now because I have my own anxieties about speaking things out before they are in fruition. Jinxing myself and my own superstition, so let me shut up. Varda's use of visual motifs like the mirrors, the way we get to view Cleo's perception of herself when she's viewing herself in the mirror. We get to see the perception of other people viewing her when she's walking down the streets in Paris. We get to experience that. And it invites us to reflect upon our own thoughts and the way we have these thoughts inside of our brain every single day, and how those thoughts can manifest themselves outwardly into the world, ultimately affect not only your life, but the people that you speak to every day and your loved ones. I don't want to spoil the film and about the results of the biopsy, but when I tell you, when she got the results, I felt that dread because I've been in that situation so many times when you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, and you're like, oh. Even if it is something, maybe it's not as bad. Most of the time it is nothing, but that doesn't mean that it can't ever be something. And that is the tricky part about health anxiety. Is I know in the film, a lot of her friends, people that she loved in her life, were kind of not fed up, but they were like, it's nonsense, like stop it, like enjoy your day. But as I said earlier, shit does happen. Obviously, there are people that have ailments, right? And those ailments start with symptoms. And sometimes those symptoms are meaningful fucking symptoms of that something may be wrong. It's not always in your head. And that within itself is the intricate nature of having health anxiety, having hypochondria, having an anxious friggin' mind. So if you haven't already, I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch Cleo 5 to 7. I love the theme of this film. I love that this film takes place, even though it's not 2 hours, it's really like 90 minutes. So people on Letterboxd is like, it should be called Cleo 5 to 6:30. Takes you throughout the span of waiting on those results. Even if you don't suffer from health anxiety, you are an anxious prone person, you will resonate so much with a lot of the themes of this film. Truly, truly. And visually, it's stunning. The cinematography is amazing. The outfit's amazing. The way Cleo looks, amazing. The cars, amazing. Fashion, amazing. All of it is amazing. So on a scale of 1 through 5, I gave Cleo 5 to 7 4 stars on Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd if you haven't already. I'll leave that somewhere on this video, but I always leave all of my links to all my socials in the description box. So if you haven't seen Cleo 5 to 7 already, I highly recommend you add it to your watch list, stream it on the Criterion channel, and I'm pretty sure there's so many different apps and ways for you to watch it online if you aren't a member of Criterion. It's a film that resonates with me on so many levels, and it leaves you with a deep sense of introspection and allowing love in, allowing yourself to open yourself up to the possibilities of speaking to strangers and not judging books by the cover, and allowing life to take you to a beautiful place if you take a different path. There's also that theme in this film as well. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Cleo 5 to 7, if you're going to add it to your watch list. If you have seen the film, let me know in the comments, what do you think about it and her journey? Like the idea of following someone around for these dreaded 2 hours waiting for results? Do you have health anxiety yourself? Let me know. Just sound off in the comments. Let me know if this sort of thing relates to your own life and your own personal journey. So yeah, that is the first episode of Penny's Film Corner. I don't know if I should call it Film Corner Fridays. I post my normal uploads every Friday, so Film Friday would not work. So I don't know what to call this. I am going to ask y'all mofos for some help. Like, if I upload every Friday, maybe a Tuesday for the film review? Should it be a Timeless Tuesday? I don't know. That sounds stupid. Or Film Corner Tuesday, Cinephile Tuesday, Cinephile Wednesday. Wednesday is for film. I don't know. Give me some ideas in the comments below about what I should call this mini-series. Gonna definitely try to keep this up. I already have a film in mind that I want to talk about next week, and I will be sounding off on this. And I know the next film review that I speak about is going to piss some people off because it's like, it is seen as like the most beautiful French New Wave film. And I found this movie to be loads of bullshit, okay? But if you follow me on Letterboxd and if you look at my reviews, you probably already know what I'm about to go off on, but it needs to be said. And let me shut up. But anyway, I love you so much, my cinephiles, poets, freaks, weirdos, all of the above and in between. And I will see you in my next video, okay? Hopefully. Love you. Mean it. Bye. All right. If you haven't, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all my socials. I'll have that link down below. So, yep. Until next time, I shall see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.